we come to the tunnel. And when they go in, there's no coming out.
Underground warfare might seem ancient, but is still used today. Currently, megalithic tunnel boring machines are at work, moving underground to create bases, facilities, and tunnels that we can't even see. It's easy to see the ground beneath your feet as the end, but it's not. Even beneath the ground, massive tunnels can drill spaces for living and working. But what are these machines? Keep on watching to find out. Beneath the busy streets of our cities, there is a silent force at work. This force rarely makes the headlines, but quietly shapes urban life's future. Picture this: a large machine could easily swallow an entire football field. This is no ordinary drill. It is a tunnel boring machine, TBM, a mechanical giant that can carve through the earth with precision and power, bringing us closer to the underground infrastructure and transforming our cities. When standing on a street, you're completely unaware of the colossal activity beneath your feet. Deep underground, a TBM begins its deliberate journey. It has a massive spinning cutter head with hardened teeth that grind through layers of rock and soil, creating a tunnel that can become a part of a subway system or a waterway. In cities like Los Angeles, the sound of the TBM working can barely be heard above the hum of daily life. The machines dig deep into the earth to create new metro lines that ease traffic congestion. Meanwhile, another TBM quietly burrows through the earth in London, expanding the Thames Tideway Tunnel. Many countries also use the TBM to make secret underground military bases and tunnels. So now you know how Batman made the Batcave. The TBM's journey is one of precision and patience. As it tunnels through miles of earth, it's a reminder of the enormous scale of modern construction and the remarkable technology that allows us to build beneath the surface. These machines don't just create tunnels, they carve out possibilities for the future, forging pathways that will serve communities for generations. With every twist of its massive drill, the TBM brings us closer to a smarter, more sustainable world hidden deep below the ground but far into the future. If you think this is interesting, let us know what other topics you want us to cover next.
Behold, the great realm and dwarf city of Dwarrowdelf.
There's an eye-opener and no mistake.
Tunnel boring machines are large, complicated machines that can dig tunnels underground in a single operation. They can be as massive as football fields, yet they have the power to drill through underground without having to stop once. TBMs can bore through different ground conditions, including sand and hard rock. They can be used to build tunnels under cities and towns without disturbing the people above the ground. You can't feel a TBM when it's working underground. This makes you wonder how many times you walked on the streets not knowing that at that moment, a tunnel was being dug underground. TBMs are also very quiet, and the noise is barely perceptible on the surface. Despite being massive machines, it's quite surprising that they produce minimal noise. You won't even feel a vibration walking above ground as a TBM works underneath. Tunnel boring machines work with a giant rotating head with cutting parts and are powered by a hydraulic or electric motor. The large cutting head can break away rock and soil, and then the conveyor belts and pipes transport the excavated material out of the tunnel and to the surface. TBMs usually have a shield, which protects them from water, soil, and rock and prevents them from entering the tunnel during construction. The shield consists of concrete segments to create a water-light lining. For navigation, TBMs operate with laser, gyro, or tachometer technology. These machines are pretty safe too, and they cause less damage to the site and the workers. In some cases, the TBM is powered by an electric motor. However, it can also generate its own power on site with generators or connect to a government power supply cable. The perimeter jacks provide the TBM with enough pushing force, and other equipment like fans, transformers, and a belt are housed on rails behind the TBM while removing excavated material. It would surprise you to know that the US has many underground tunnels, which the military uses for training and combat operations. This makes many wonder what's truly happening underneath our feet. The ancient tactic of going underground to hide from enemies or fight is still very much in use, and the US military has increased its focus on fighting in tunnels. US soldiers often train in underground tunnels to prepare for city combat. The training helps the soldiers learn how to operate below the surface and breach underground building entrances. Since the Second World War, the US Army has been digging tunnels lined with concrete and steel to store fuel. These underground storage tanks were safe from aerial bombing. Then during the Vietnam War, the US Army noticed that the National Liberation Front of South Vietnam used tunnels for supply and planning. They had to train a select group of experts whom they called tunnel rats to navigate the tunnels and defeat the enemies. Even today, the US military has underground bases. In Kansas, there is a military base buried 200 feet underground, which was considered impenetrable. The military is also known for the Cheyenne Mountain Complex, a nuclear bunker and one of the most secure bases in the US. It was built during the Cold War to withstand a nuclear attack and is shielded by layers of granite and blast doors. Mount Weather is an underground FEMA emergency operations center in the Blue Ridge Mountains. It was dug during the Cold War and meant to protect US government officials in case of a national emergency. You might have heard of the Raven Rock Mountain Complex, Site R, or the underground Pentagon. It was constructed during the Cold War as a backup command center for the Pentagon. Aside from having underground military bases and command centers, some secret research facilities are under your feet in the US. For instance, the Los Alamos National Laboratory in New Mexico is an underground research center for weapons development and nuclear technology. The LANL seems above ground, but a few know it has underground facilities for classified research.
Yeah, I forget the next couple lines, but then it goes, Secret tunnel, through the mountains, secret tunnel, yeah.
The US is not the only country that has built underground military tunnels, secret control rooms, and classified research facilities. Nazi Germany is known to have built underground tunnels and fortifications. What is known as the Niederperek Nature Reserve was originally a network of tunnels which worked as a defensive line for Nazi Germany. From 1943 to 1945, Hitler also built a 5.5-mile tunnel complex near the Polish town of Wałbrzych. The tunnels were designed to be the new headquarters for Hitler or an underground weapons factory. Now, tourists can check out these tunnels. Hitler also built a 50-foot deep tunnel underground Berlin in 1938 for underground transportation. Nazi Germany used a lot of underground tunnels and facilities towards the end of World War II. As the Allied bombing raids intensified, the Nazis decided to move their critical operations underground to be protected from aerial attacks. All the art and valuables they looted were also stored in underground facilities. Pretty cool, right?
We must face the long dark of Moria. Be on your guard. There are older and fouler things than orcs in the deep places of the world.
There may be more than 10,000 underground military facilities worldwide. For instance, the Yulin Naval Base in Hainan Island in China has underground facilities accessible by tunnel into a mountain. Meanwhile, the Iranian army has multiple underground bases, including drone and missile bases. Under the dematerialized zone between North Korea and South Korea, the US has built secret tunnels and military bases. US soldiers train secretly to prepare for combat when it occurs. With every step you take above ground, you never know what's happening tens of feet beneath you.
This way to the cave-in.
That sounds dangerous.
No, in as in hotel.
Oh, so it's safe?
No, There's a lot of cave-in.
Whenever a country uses a megalithic TBM to build an underground infrastructure, you might wonder what the point is. Moving military bases and research facilities underground can avoid large surface structures above ground. It frees up space for residential areas and business districts. They also have a smaller environmental footprint and protection from natural disasters and artificial threats like nuclear attacks, severe weather, EMP attacks, and aerial strikes. When tunnels, subways, and underground research facilities operate, noise pollution and low impact on urban landscapes are reduced. Underground spaces also lead to traffic decongestion and climate control. But it's not that easy to build underground. For one, there are higher construction costs, as building underground requires massive TBMs and other specialized equipment, not to mention the reinforced materials and excavation challenges. Re-equipping and maintaining underground facilities is also hard, as any mistake can cause structural instability. Since these facilities are dug underground, there's the issue of ventilation and air quality control. These bases need ventilation systems and air filtrations, which add to the cost and maintenance. Evacuating during emergencies would be hard, as this would require extensive planning and safety measures.
Trogs have been excavating for generations. We'll keep it up until the whole world is hollow. If you have any questions, feel free to ask the happy miners.
Coming through!
Where do you put the rocks you excavate?
We have another cave we excavated for rock storage.
Then where did you put the rock that you excavated from that cave?
What are you, the rock police? I put him up my ass. How's that?
China has made the largest tunnel boring machine, weighing around 5,000 metric tons and 145 meters long. The TBM was named Yanghai and would be used to build a tunnel across a river linking two provinces. The tunnel has underground water sources, soft earth, and silt, which makes it hard to use traditional manual tunneling methods. That's why China had to build this massive boring machine, which can advance 12 to 16 meters daily. It is expected to run for about 2.5 years. Another massive TBM is the Qin Liangyu, which is made in China and is one of the world's largest. It was used for the Cheklap-Kok to Toon Moon Subsea Road Tunnel in Hong Kong. The United States also has massive tunnels, like the Big Tex, used for the Mill Creek Tunnel project in Dallas. Germany also made the Caucasus TBM one of the largest and most advanced. It was used to build the Kosheti-Kobe Highway Tunnel in Georgia. Underground facilities aren't a thing of the past like you might think. TBMs work worldwide daily, creating spaces you can't even see. Elon Musk has decided to join the trend with his Hyperloop, a high-speed underground transit that could transform travel, making it faster and more efficient. At first, Musk proposed it as an above-ground vacuum tube, but he later changed it to an underground system. The plan was to use specially designed pods that could travel at extremely high speeds of up to 760 miles per hour as transportation underground. This will eventually free up road space and reduce urban noise, but the Hyperloop is still in the experimental stages. Although we know it's possible to move transportation underground, we're still waiting to see how Musk could achieve this goal. What kind of facility do you think should be built underground? Let's hear your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating and fascinating content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.